Hello, Ms. Peters, and this is my settings project of the 74th Hunger Games. Today I'll be giving you a tour of the map that I created and showing you why I put these things inside of it. Let's begin. As you can see, the thing in the middle is a cornucopia. This is where all the 24 tributes begin, each one of them being placed around it at the same equal distance, therefore there would be no advantage. Now in the middle here, there are all the chests. Inside of these chests are weapons. This represents the weapons that are placed around the cornucopia in the book itself, and the weapons that are placed inside of it. The reasons these weapons are there are for the tributes to run and see who can go grab the weapons and fight off who first. Depending on what kind of tribute you are, some tributes will go inside the cornucopia and try to find weapons, and some will run into the forest. Now in this area, open area, is where all the fighting happens. In the beginning of the Hunger Games, a majority of the killing happens within the first couple minutes of the games, just because all the players are surrounded in one area. Now we have the source of fresh water. This is important because there are only one other place of water in the whole book where tributes can go get water from, and they placed this in the middle. Therefore the tributes would have to come to the cornucopia and fight and see each other if they wanted to get water. Now flying over here is where we see the first action happen. Over here you see the 4 career tributes and PETA all surrounding this one tribute that unfortunately lit a fire to keep herself warm. This ended up being her demise because the smoke let off where she was. Over here you can see Katniss hiding and also seeing them and what they were doing. She witnessed PETA betray her and work with the career tributes to help find her. She also witnessed PETA murder this innocent tribute, and it left her in shock. After seeing the career tributes and PETA, she wanted to put herself as far away as possible as she could from them. Therefore, she ran for multiple days to go to the other side of the arena. This made her extremely thirsty, and before her breaking point of almost dying by dehydration, she found a pond. Once she thought she was safe, she went to sleep, but the next morning, she realized that the game makers had set a fire all around her, and she needed to escape quickly. This left her disappointed because there was no longer any source of water to go get other than the one in the cornucopia that I showed before. Next up over here is where I created some rocky mountain for the 74th Hunger Games due to the theme of it being outdoorsy. It's also showing the dome that I created all around the arena, very high, so the tributes could not escape. Moving on over here is now I'm going to be showing the next big fight scene that I created. Over here is when Katniss was cornered by the 4 career tributes and PETA. Even though she was in a stuck, she didn't know what to do, but then the little tribute Rue pointed out that there's tracker jackers underneath her, which are a type of bee that can kill you with just a few bites. She decided to cut down the tracker jacker nest, and it ended up killing one of the tributes from District 1, the girl. Even though Katniss was injured, Rue took care of her from this, and she was able to live and also successfully take down one of this career tributes. Just flying through the arena, you can see some things that were in the story. So over here, these are nightlock berries. These berries can kill you with just a handful of them, It ended up killing the girl from District 5, Foxface, and also PETA and Katniss used this at the very end of the book so that they could both survive the Hunger Games, because they said that either they both live or they both die, because the Capitol tried changing the rules that they earlier implemented, that the two same tributes from the same district could win together. Therefore, they did this to ensure that it could happen. Also, they knew that the Capitol would not want to not have a winner for this 74th Hunger Games. All around the arena, I have placed jabberjays or mockingjays. These birds are a crucial part of the story because this was what Rue and Katniss used to communicate with each other, to let each other know that if there was danger, because these birds mimic what you do. So they would hum a little sound and the birds would repeat it. It's also the symbol of the alliance throughout the stories of all sequels of the books. Lastly, I've placed these wolf mutts. These wolf mutts ended up killing Thresh, first of all, when he was deep in the woods, and in the intense battle scene between PETA, Katniss, and Credo, the fighter from District 2. These mutts ended up killing him, therefore it left PETA and Katniss to win. These mutts were created from the eyes and body parts of previous tributes, and from games prior and this game itself. This is all for my setting project. Thank you for listening. Have a good night.